In today's tutorial, you'll learn how to crochet this beautiful rainbow baby gown. I'll be guiding step by step for absolute beginners. I love these colors. It kind of reminds us the mercy and the love of Jesus for us. Yep. And this gown will fit the baby for 0 to 3 months, and the concept tutorial will be guiding how to make this bigger, right? So Shalom Crocheters, welcome to my channel to crochet how to. Without no further ado, get set all your materials and let's get started. And a very big thank you to all of my subscribers and my returning viewers. Thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel to crochet how to. Now, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Okay, we're going to begin, and these are the materials that we're going to be needing. We're going to need our scissors, our stitch markers, our darning needle, a measuring tape to take measurement, very important. Okay, we're going to start by creating our slip knot. And this is the hook I'll be working with, the 3mm size hook. So insert your hook there. And we're going to start with a starting chain, and this starting chain is the half of our baby's chest. So you're going to start to make a chain. You're going to yarn over and pull through. That's one. Yarn over and pull through. That's two. And you're going to keep going until this chain measures the half of your baby's chest measurement. I'm making this for a baby for 0 to 3 months, alright? And I have completed my chains and give me exactly 20 centimeters. This is the half of my baby's chest measurement. Now, I have a total of 42 chains here. 42 chains here. Once you have your total number of chains, I will advise you to have an even number, alright, for this pattern. Now, once you have your total number of chains, you're going to go ahead and add 1 to that chain. This one is our turning chain, alright? Now you're going to come into this second chain, insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, pull out 2 loops. This is a single crochet. Into the next chain, you're going to make a single crochet. Into the next chain, you can make 1 single crochet. Into the next chain, you make 1 single crochet. And you're going to make a single crochet all through the chain, alright? And I'll meet you for the next part of our work. So keep on working. I've completed my row of single crochet, and you must make sure you work onto that last stitch, that last chain, alright? We're going to begin as our pattern now. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. In that same stitch, that first stitch, you're going to set your hook there and you're going to make a single crochet. And into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, or left with 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. That's a double crochet. Into the next chain stitch, you're going to make a single crochet, yarn over. Into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. Into the next chain, the next stitch, you're going to make a single crochet. And into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. And you're going to keep on alternating those 2 like this until the end of the stitch of the row. So repeat this and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. And you work in that last stitch, and I'll end the row with a double crochet. So I start with a single crochet and I end with a double crochet. We're going to start the next row. You're going to chain 1. And since we stopped with a double crochet, we're going to start with a single crochet. So turn your work and you're going to start here but with a single crochet. So insert your hook and put a single crochet there. And into the next stitch where you have the single crochet, you're going to, where you have the single crochet, you're going to put a double crochet there. So yarn over and put a double crochet there. And where you have the double crochet, you're going to insert your hook and put a single crochet. And where you have the single crochet, you're going to insert your hook there and put a double crochet. Alright, so we're just going to repeat this off this row. Where you have the double crochet, you're going to put a single crochet. And where you have the single crochet, you're going to put a double crochet. It's a very beautiful stitch, I promise you. So you're going to repeat this all through, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. And we're going to end our row here with a double crochet. You're going to start the next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And since you stopped here with a double crochet, we're going to start with a single crochet. So insert your hook and put a single crochet there. Into the next stitch, we have a single crochet. We're going to put a double crochet there. Into the next stitch, we have a single crochet. We have a double crochet. Into the next stitch, we have a double crochet. We're going to put a single crochet there. Yarn over and put a double crochet in that single crochet. That's a double crochet, so you get a single crochet. Yarn over, that's a single crochet, so you get a double crochet. Good. And this is everything that we're going to repeat. And I want 3 centimeters, and I have obtained my 3 centimeters, and in here I did a total of 4 rows. Now here we're going to chain 1 and fasten off our yarn. So you're going to chain 1, fasten off that yarn. Now you're going to count 3 stitches from here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. 1, 2, 3. Insert your stitch marker in that 3rd stitch. Now we're going to start working. Since we stopped this right side, we need to turn our work. Alright, and you're going to insert your hook in the stitch after the stitch marker, so in the 4th stitch literally. So come and start working here. Your yarn and bring it inside your work, and yarn over and just take this out. You're going to chain 1. Now you need to look where this stitch was a single crochet, so we're going to put a double crochet there. So chain 1, yarn over and put a double crochet there. And the next stitch was a double crochet, so you get a single crochet, and you get a double crochet because that was a single crochet. As you're working along your tail, and that's a double crochet. You get a single crochet. So you're going to repeat this, and I'll meet you at the other end here and work in that last stitch. Go and work in that last stitch. We're going to start the next row, chain 1 and turn, and in there, of course, you're just going to repeat your pattern. You make a double crochet and a single crochet, a double crochet and a single crochet. So now we are looking for our armhole depth. All right, and this is for a baby for 0 to 3 months. I'm going to work this part until I have a total of 8 centimeters. All right, 8 centimeters. I'll meet you here. Now one more thing, these stitches here must have 18 centimeters. This is for 0 to 3 months. It means that if you don't have 18 centimeters, you have to come on both sides and remove one stitch from below here. Okay, it means instead of skipping 3 stitches, you're going to skip a 2 2. Okay, here we are. We have our 8 centimeters. We have our 8 centimeters, and in here we did a total of 14 rows. Now I'll advise that your last row should be this part as this below here also. Okay, so this behind here, this is going to be the inside of our dress now. And you must make sure that you have your 18 centimeters here. All right, now we are going to work on a shoulder, and a shoulder is going to, the width is going to go for 3 centimeters. So this is it here. I'm going to set my stitch marker here. So you're going to chain your work. You chain 1 and chain your work, and this is a single crochet, so we're going to put a double crochet there, and next is single crochet. That's number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Gives me a total of 6 stitches and 3 centimeters. So we're going to start the next row. You're going to chain 1 and chain, yarn over and put a double crochet there, and a single crochet there, and a double crochet, and a single crochet, and a double crochet, a single crochet. You see, have our 6 stitches. Chain 1 and chain, and I'm looking for, and my height should be 4.5. I'm going to work from here until I have 4.5 centimeters. 4.5. This is for 0 to 3 months. Now we are going to do the same thing on this other side. So this side, you're going to turn your work, and you're just going to count the number of stitches that you had here. So it was 6 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6. You're going to insert your stitch. Yep. And from this side, we're going to work in from left. So you're going to work this side, you're going to turn your work, okay, and insert your hook there. So we're going to have the same effect. Insert your hook in that stitch. Chain 1, and in there is a single crochet, so you're going to put a double crochet there, and next is a double crochet. You're going to put a single crochet. That's number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And to start the next row, you're going to chain 1 and chain, and yep, double crochet, single crochet, and yep. So you're going to repeat this, and you're going to have the same measurement as your other side. And once you're done with your shoulder, you're going to fasten up your yarn, and you're going to make another identical piece like this one. All right, so keep on working, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. We have 4.5 centimeters, and in here we did 8 rows on both sides. Now we're just going to go ahead and chain 1, and we're going to fasten over here. And I want us to do one clean up row. So the clean up row is going to be done on the right side. So you're going to turn. This is going to be our right side. You see, this is going to be our right side, and this is going to be our right side. So you're going to do the clean up row, a single crochet row, turn your work, and I'm going to come and start up here and single crochet. So you're going to insert your hook, come on the top here, chain 1, and you're going to go in that same stitch. You're going to make a single crochet. See, just go there and make a single crochet. Come here and make a single crochet. So you're going to clean up this edge, and you're going to stop here, and you're going to make the last one. Just go there, chain 1, and fasten up here. We're going to weave in those tails, and to start the next one, you're going to come and start the next one from working here. Want it to face the right side. So chain 1 and single crochet and single crochet. So you're going to single crochet and here, and your single crochet must face the right side, right? Now, before we start working, you need to make sure you have your measurement for the neckline. I'm going for 11 centimeters. My neckline measures 11 centimeters. It means that you have to measure this neckline. Must have your neckline. In case your neckline is not enough, it means you're going to reduce at the shoulder level. All right. So in here I have 42 stitches. In here I have 36 stitches, and in here I have 24 stitches for my neckline. Now, as I said, you need 2 identical pieces. You see, they are all identical, the same measurement. Now we are going to start joining them. I need to check on the right side. This is going to be the right side, as I showed you. So the right side is going to be facing each other like this. You're going to close like this. All right. So I'm going to start the very corner here. Good. Go ahead and chain 1 and single crochet in that same space. So insert your hook and single crochet into the next stitch. See, we're working stitch into stitch. Go there and single crochet, and I'm going to weave in those tails. Go ahead and do the same thing this way. You're going to insert your thread into your yarn needle, and we're going to sew in the sides. I'm going to leave in the tail. I'm going to weave that in at the end. I'll weave that in. So. going to come and do the same thing on the other side. And wow, this is amazing. We have a beautiful. It's gonna really go for a very beautiful top for a baby girl. You see, right? This is very clean. The side. This is going to be my front, and this is going to be my back. So we're going to turn it like this, and somewhere in the middle here we're going to start working. So I'm going to set my hook here, and we're going to bring your yarn. Go ahead and chain one, and I would love to work, you see, in between the. So we're going to make a single crochet all round. So I'll have to come and work here. I want to work here like this, in between those stitches. Make a single crochet. I'm going to the next and make a single crochet. I'm going to the next and make a single crochet. Alright. So you're going to do this all around, and I'll measure the end here. And when you get here, we'll do the joining. You're just going to come beside. Alright. Just go beside like that. And close that gap. And to end this, we're going to just come in that first stitch and the slip stitch, and we're done with a single crochet round. And now we're going to go ahead and chain 2, 1 and 2. This chain 2 will not count as a stitch. In that same space, we're going to make 2 double crochet. So yarn over and make 2 double crochet in that same stitch. That's number 1. That's number 2. Into the next stitch, you make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Into the next stitch, you make 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Alright, so I get to go around and make 2 double crochet in each stitch, and I'll measure in here, and slip stitch in the first stitch. Now we're going to begin the next row, next round. You see, you're going to come, see, where we do the joining, that's the side of our dress. The stitch immediately there, the stitch that is under there, it's such a stitch marker. And you're going to do the same thing on this other side. We're going to begin the second round. You're going to go ahead and chain 2, and this chain 2 does not count as a stitch. In that same space, you're going to make 1 double crochet. Yarn over into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. So you're going to keep on making 1 double crochet, and I'll meet you here. And when we get here, we'll have a stitch marker. In there, we're going to make 2 double crochet. 2, 1 and 2. Alright, just there. And now in the next stitch, now you make just 1 double crochet and just 1 double crochet. Okay, make just 1 double crochet, and you get to repeat this. When you get here also, you make 2 double crochet. Just here, you complete and make 1 double crochet, and I'll meet you here. Okay, now we're going to begin around a third round, and this is going to be a repeat from now. In that same stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet, and then into the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, you make 1 double crochet. And this is everything we're going to repeat. We're going to go on and around making 1 double crochet until we have our length. All right, Now for the person how to change color, this is how I do it. Just get here, make a slip stitch and chain one, and fasten off, and just come making the same space. Chain two, and two. You come on, we're going to weave that at the end, so just put it behind there. And in that same stage, you're going to make one double crochet. And you're just going to repeat your pattern, making one double crochet in each stitch. So this is how I change my color. So go around and just complete this, and I'll meet you. And this is what we have so far. Now we're going to make one last row below here. So you're going to chain one, and in that same stage you're going to make a single crochet, and you're going to skip 2 stitches, and you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third you're going to make 5 double crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stitches. You're going to go ahead and skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third you're going to make a single crochet. I'm going to repeat this. You're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third you're going to make a shelf stitch. You're going to make 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then into the third you're going to make a single crochet. You're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the third you're going to make a shelf stitch. You're going to make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then into the third stitch you're going to make a single crochet. That's what we have. This is actually purple. I don't know why it looks like blue here. So you're going to repeat, and that'll be that. We're going to meet for the next part of our work. All right, and we're going to now work. We're going to work on the here. We're going to work on the sleeve here. So you're going to come here in this, you see, the single crochet. So chain 1. I remember we skipped 3 stitches here, right? So you're going to make 3 single crochet. So that's a single crochet. That's number 1. And let's put this so I can see what I'm doing. Number 2 single crochet. Number 3 single crochet. Good. And when you come here now by the side, you're going to come up here and make a single crochet in that first. Good. And now you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and come into the third stitch and make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5. You're going to skip 2 stitches, come to the and make a single crochet, yarn over, skip 2 stitches and come to the third and make 5. And you're going to repeat this all around your armhole. And when you come here, you're going to make a single crochet in those 3 stitches, and you slip stitch in this first single crochet, and you fasten up your yarn. Now you're done with this. Just start the other arm. You will have to turn your work, right? You have to turn your work and start working from the front. One has sleeve to be facing the right, one has shell to be facing the right side. So you're going to go in that third chain. Chain 1 and 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet, and come up now and you make 1 single crochet and you skip 2, 1, 2, and into the third you're going to make your shell stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and skip 2, and into the third single crochet. This way your shell will face the right side. Okay, 2 stitches left. Come like the last. And 1, 2, and 3. Slip stitch like this. Chain 1. And you're going to go ahead and weave in your ends. Now you need to make sure that you have the same number of shells on both sleeves. Alright, so I have 5 here and 5 here. I have 5 here and 5 here. So on both sleeves I have 10, 10, 10, 10. And for our final touch, I have this beautiful flower. I have the full tutorial of this rose on my YouTube channel. So you're just going to go and you're going to do just the flower, just the part of the flower. And here we go. And here we go. Thank you so very much for working with me. This is actually purple. I don't know why it kind of look like blue. Thank you for working with me. Let me know what you think about this beautiful tutorial in the comment section below. And yep. And if you're still at home mom like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God blesses the work of your hands. Now tell me in the comment section below, what do you want for our next tutorial, right? So I'll meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, God bless us and keep us and prosper the work of our hands. Shalom. I'll be leaving the link to this flower in the description box below.